I wanted to take a moment and introduce a new, very quick application that I threw together, and I hope that it might be useful in some way. The purpose of the application was to easily package up files that, like, let's say someone's developing a mod and they're developing a mod, or they're you're testing something or debugging something, or you want to provide information about debug information about what your game might be doing, or what your game might have done in the last game session. So instead of manually going in and selecting all these different files and packing them up, I this actually was part of the functionality of that mod helper front end that I use, that I'm coding. So I just kind of cut this out and drop this over. So it's very simple. It's not very complicated. Yeah, and if you have any problems with it, just holler and I'll see what I can do to fix it. But let me show you what it is. So here's the interface for it. It's the exact same interface. Again, it's copy and paste interfaces. I love that. It makes development time so much shorter. Oh, and I wanted to let everybody know that when you have a secondary window, like if you have another window, a child window from this, they are relative to the parent. It's not an absolute location on the screen. If it's a form, it's an absolute location, but if it's a child form, it's relative to the parent. And that information is what is stored and restored when you open that form, and that's how you can move it, and the child will always be connected to the parent. Okay. So to start out with, this is the interface that you see, and you just see packages. Same kind of exact layout. And what you do is there's no packages here right now, and all this is a package name. So we want to give this package a name. We're going to add a new package to it. So we're going to call this, and this can be anything, but it needs to be a valid file name, because this will become part of the file name, the zipped file name that's created. So we're just going to call it just testing for now. We just call it testing. And you can have as many of these as you want. You can have as many packages as you want. So you could add another one. You could call it my game test, anything you want to call it. And these are in here. You can remove them. If you want to remove like my game here, you can go in and remove that package, and it's now removed from the any file. It creates its own any. It's called packages any. I'll show you that in just a second. So you can do a couple things from here. So this is the name of the package. So what you can do is you can add a file to it like this. So we can add a file to this package. And this is where you go through and you can select what you want to add. So let's add, as an example, let's just add, how about change log? Change log, that sounds good. We're going to add that. Now you notice you don't really see what was added. To do that, we need to bring this up, and you can actually see where change log was added. So if we go in and we add another one, we can add another file. Let's add config any, and you can see this is automatically updated. And that's actually a feature. There's a function, there's a method in the custom utilities library where you can literally say, I want you to update all forms of this quote type, and that's what it does. So you can see how this is, like I say, it's an incredibly simple program. It's more of a housekeeping program or a secretarial program. If you want to look at it that way, it's more in that sense. But what it does do, so I've already, I've got this set up. So now this is set up. Now, a more practical use, oh, you can also add them from here too. So a more practical use would be if I'm going to go into my, let's say, my documents folder, and I'm going to go to my games. Let's see, my games here. And let's look at Fallout 4. And you can select, let's say you want to put your any in here. So I'm going to put Fallout any. So see now Fallout any, and there's the location of it. You can see the locations of the files. So let's say that I have, this is my settings and everything I want to include. So all I have to really do, and you can remove files. You can go in and remove this if you want to remove this file. And all you have to do at this point is right click on the package name, and then you just want to build the package. And that's it. So I'm going to try to show you over here, although it's kind of limited. Yeah, I can't really show you here. But over on my desktop, there is a package that is called testing because it takes this package name, take that name, that's called testing. And it puts an underscore character, and then it puts the timestamp the package was created. So you can create more than one in a day's time. And everything in the file, let's see if I can open this up here. I'll bring this over here. So everything in the file you can see is, see down here, I think you can see the name now. See, that's what it does. It is a zip file. And there is the 3 files. So every time I go to test something, I can just set this up one time. Then every time I go to test it, let me delete this one real quick. And then, so every time I go to test, run my game, and I've done a test, you can put papyrus logs in here. You can put the individual logs for the injected plugins for the F4SC plugins because they're created also in that games file, I think. I believe it's, let's see, let's take a look. I believe it's, oh, and it does remember the last folder you're in. I believe it's in F4SC. See, you can load any of these. You could load buff out logs, although these are unique with timestamps. However, these are not. So you can put like if you want to do like a place plugin log, or you can include any of these logs like floating damage if that's one you want to include. See, it's in there. So now when you go in and you rebuild the packet, you just build it just all it does, it's really simple. Once you go in and you rebuild it, then what it does, it will literally just put that file in that zipped file, and that's pretty much it. That's what the program does. So fairly simple, fairly straightforward. And to show you what this looks like, we can go into, let's see. I need to take a look at, let me see, not that. Let's take a look at this, I believe. So over here, you can see how it's laid out. It has the basic tag. That's the name of the tag you created, and these are the files that are associated with it. And yeah, that's it. That's pretty much all there is to it. It's very simple, very easy to use. So once you, and it does support drag and drop. So you can drag and drop files. So as an example, if we're showing files here, I can grab readme text, bring it over here and drop it. So, and you do see, where to go, readme text right here. So you can see readme text. So it does support drag and drop. So you can drag and drop that way. And you should be able to, I haven't tested yet, but you should be able to drag and drop multiple files. All right. So that kind of lays out the very simple application. This should help if people want to upload things like load orders and things like that, things of that nature. It should be easy to do if they want to upload papyrus logs, because as an example, papyrus 0 log, Pyrus.0.log will always be the most current log, as far as I know of, unless somehow it's changed, and I've never really done that myself. But that should be the most recent log, and then you can include other logs as well. So it's kind of like a one-click. Once you set up the different packages, it's just like a one-click thing. I use it for when I'm testing. I'm testing other applications. So if I'm testing something for somebody, I try to figure out, okay, they need a papyrus log, they need the log of their F4SC plugin, they need this information to fully debug what they're doing. And then this way, once I run my game, once it's done, I just go over, fire this program off, right click, build, and we're good to go. And then I can just take that and then upload it to them, and then they have everything they need. So that's kind of like its design. Again, it's very, very simple design. It's nothing complicated about it. And it, yeah, yeah, I hope it's something everybody can use. So I'm going to toss that out there. and I've got a new package coming out. I'll make another video and talk about that next, and that way these videos don't get too large. So, all right, hope everybody has a great morning, and I should be back here shortly with video number 2.